Starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, guys, welcome to another KevCAM night class that we're doing tonight. Tonight we have Tim Micah helping us out with some questions and comments and stuff that comes in there. So for those of you guys that are new to the night class, you guys are currently all in mute. That's just to eliminate the background noise. And if you guys have any questions at all, definitely in the questions panel, just go ahead and ask a question, and Tim Micah will address those right away. If he can't address them, he'll tell me to shut up, and we'll get your questions answered right away, guys. So definitely feel free to ask as many questions as possible. This class is solely for you guys, and for you guys to get a better learning curve on it. So if anything comes up, definitely let us know. And then I just want to thank you guys for taking your time out of your night, especially on a nice summer night. Well, at least it's nice and warm here, but taking time out of your night to watch the night class here and learn something new.
Go ahead. Good evening, everybody. This is Tim. I recognize a few of the names there. A few of you guys talked to quite a bit. We're, like Kevin mentioned, just put your questions in that questions panel, and I will keep an eye on that to help Kevin with answering those questions.
You bet. Now, if you guys have anything that you'd like to see, definitely shoot them over to me in the email. We want you guys to tell us what you guys want to see and what you guys want to get more in-depth learning on. So definitely shoot those over to me, and let me. I'll put my email address into the chat section, so you guys all have that. And that is my email address. Definitely shoot me an email. And then if your topic gets picked, you actually will get some SolidCAM swag from us. So I think Dwayne Cole, is he here? Yes, Dwayne, you are getting a hat and t-shirt on your way. So like I said, submit those ideas in for us, and let us know what you guys want to see as a SolidCAM programmer. And if there's something that you guys have questions on, definitely shoot those questions over to us. Another thing too is we have the SolidCAM University channel. It's a channel that I kind of started and put tips and tricks in there. Inside here, we got everything from all my other night classes we've done. We did a C-axis wrap, just a quick 4-minute video, but there is all different kinds of videos in here for you guys to view. If you guys want to rewatch some of the videos in here from a previous night class, definitely come over to the YouTube channel and check that out. And I will put that channel also into the chat section for you guys, and definitely come in here, subscribe, and that way you guys can see anytime I upload a new video. And we're uploading, I'm trying to get 3 to 4 videos a week uploaded for you guys. So just quick tips and tricks, the shop floor editor to using fixtures. So lots of stuff in here for you guys to learn off of. So and if there's a short little video that you guys want to see, definitely shoot that over to me in an email too, and we'll get those videos created for you guys. So we want to kind of base this solely off of what you guys want to see. So whatever is going to help you guys out in the long run, definitely let us know. So, all right. So we are going to do a 2.5D standard part. It's going to be a pretty easy part. Just kind of want to go through the basics. Had this one kind of requested a while back. Just what it looks like from start to finish. Some different toolpath strategies in there. We're going to G-code it out. We're going to create a setup sheet for you guys. So if there's anything in between, definitely let us know right away. And
Kevin, I got a question here regarding nesting. I don't think that's something you were planning on showing, but just a comment on that is there isn't anything built into SolidCAM itself as far as nesting. There is the tools that you have available with SolidWorks to being able to replicate parts.
Yeah, we're actually going to be looking at nesting stuff, Richard, in the future. Right now, all we have is basically the transform function. So if you want to cut this part out of a large, 4x8 sheet of plywood, and you want to copy that part over multiple times, we can do that, but it's not going to automatically do that at this point. It's coming, but with the nesting is not the automatic nesting to fit as many possible parts in a certain shape at this time is not available. Not yet. It's coming, just not yet. So give you guys a little teaser. All right, so we are in SolidWorks 2016 here. Just got a pretty simple 2.5D part. We're gonna do some pocketing, some profiling, some drilling, some face milling here. We've got a couple different operations in here, so we'll just get the ball rolling with this and just kind of go through it, and I'll kind of explain what I'm doing for you guys. So we'll do SolidCAM new milling. I'm going to do external right here. And if you guys are not sure on between external or internal, definitely watch the KevCAM workflow night class video. Kind of went through this in real in depth and what kind of goes on here. All right. So once we hit the green checkbox there, we're basically opening up SolidCAM inside of SolidWorks. I got my post processor as G-Milling 3X. Just a standard 3-axis machine here. I'll put a coordinate system on here, and I want to set it to the top center. So right here, I'm going to pick from the top center of model box. And this whole coordinate system we did go over in another KevCAM night class. So if you guys have questions about that, definitely check that video out. So like I said, top center of model box. So I can just click on any face, click our green check mark, and hit our check mark again. Now here's a spot where I can add more positions in there or max in there. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it at Mac 1, position 1. We'll set up some stock real quick. And just go ahead and click on your model. And I'm just going to put these at 0. And we'll leave a little bit of stock on the top and the bottom. So by clicking that green checkbox, we have everything all set. We have green check marks by everything. Now, if you guys are looking at your SolidCAM, it looks a little bit different. I am running SolidCAM 2016, so for any of those out there that are looking for the 2016, definitely just shoot me an email, and I will get those links over to you right away. Just want to do some checking our end just to make sure everything's good before you guys get it, so definitely let us know if you guys want 2016. Hit the green check mark, and we can start programming. So you'll see that we're still 100% inside SolidWorks. If we need to go back to our SolidWorks at any one point in time, you can just click on your SolidWorks tab and have all my features right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off with a simple face mill right here. So just right click, add milling operation, and do face mill. Now with 2016, it automatically found my perimeter for me. If I want, I can do a show, and it'll show me a wireframe of where it's going to face mill out to. So if we do a straight down view, you'll see it covers the whole part. Now I'm going to grab a tool. I'm going to hit select. For this one, I'm actually just going to add one, and what we'll actually do is we'll bring some tools in for you guys from the libraries that you guys have in your install. So we'll turn our tool on, and we'll do a 2-inch face mill. And if I want, I can put, I can put my, get this tool picture out of here. I can get my holder on there, and put different holders on there if you guys definitely want. For right now, we'll just leave it with no holder on there. With the holder, if you guys didn't know, it is full crash detection and everything for you guys. So now, got our levels right here. So my upper level, if you're not ever sure, you can just click on the part. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the top corner. And when you see it green right here, that means it's physically linked itself to the SolidWorks model. And I'll face mill down to that depth right there. And we'll use a hatching pattern. Inside the hatch, I can change, angles. I can extend it off. And as I'm kind of clicking through here, you guys will kind of see the picture down here update for you guys. So definitely, if you guys have questions, you can click on what you're looking for. Or like I said before, click the question mark, and you can actually just click in that field, and it will tell you exactly what's going on right there. And we put a lot of time into these little help menus here for you guys, so definitely take advantage of that too. But,
and Kevin, back at the tool holder, we had a question regarding the Cat 50 holder library.
We don't have a Cat 50 holder library right now. It's all 40 in there, but let's see, Jeff, yeah, we can definitely create a Cat 50 holders for you guys. It's definitely no issue at all. We might actually do that as a class, showing you guys shaped holders and stuff. And I think we did cover shaped tools in a previous with the tool libraries, but you definitely can create the Cat 50 holders for the larger machines out there. Okay, so once we get everything set, we can just do save and calculate. So right now you'll see that as I move my mouse around, I have the tool there. If you guys ever want that off, all you have to do is just click the little box right here, and that will eliminate that. Another quick little shortcut is if you guys want to see the tool path, it's defaulted, so as soon as you do save and calculate, it's going to automatically turn on the tool path. But if you want to get a better view, if you just double click up here, it actually minimizes the face mill operation box, and you guys can kind of zoom in and see what you're looking at there. And then just to double click on it to get it back. Now, if we want to do a simulation, got lots of different simulations in here. My two favorite are the HostCAD and SolidVerify. HostCAD is going to do the wireframe of kind of what you're seeing right here. We can also do a somewhat SolidVerify on there. You know, kind of show you the you know, the stock that's there and whatnot. But my favorite is the SolidVerify. Come in here. We'll slow it down a little bit for you guys. And you can see it machining off the part there. So like I said, this is full crash detection for you guys. You'll see that we actually have cycle times down here. You know, your X, Y, Z values, feed rates. You'll see a feed rate of 850 right now. That's not the feed rate that it actually machined it at. That is the rapid feed rate right there. So that is face milling. Now we'll get into a little bit of a complex pocketing. Now before, you know, you'll see that we have multiple different levels. You know, and there's a million ways to machine this part. We can mill these off on each level height. We can do 3D eye machining and basically wipe out the whole entire part and just come back and just finish up the walls and stuff. But since we're kind of going over some 2.5D easier tool path here, we're just going to stick with just standard pocketing. So I'm just going to add a milling operation right here and do a pocket. And actually, if I go to my SolidCAM, you can right-click and add operations right here, or you guys can just use your SolidWorks ribbons up here, and you can just click on pocketing also. It does the exact same thing, just shortcut keys in there for you guys, and you guys can add to these, modify them just like SolidWorks. So if you guys, you know, don't want to see one of these in here, you don't use it often, click and drag it off, and it will get rid of it for you. So these are fully customizable for you guys, so definitely take advantage of that. Set them up as your, you know, you can set them up as short keys too, so, or mouse gestures also. So we'll do pocketing. And what I'm going to do with this pocket is I'm going to pocket out basically this whole entire part. Last year we came out with the multi-level pocketing. That allows us to, with all these pockets being all different depths right here, we can actually machine this all off in one. So what I'm going to do is I'll start on the one side, get this pocketed out, and kind of go through and get everything done all in one operation for you guys. So I'll chain that one. And you'll see with 2016, it's just basically one click, and it basically automatically turns on the auto constant Z for you guys. If you guys don't like seeing the projected plane view right here, you can just turn off the view right there. So I'm going to chain that. Now I'm going to come in here and do some mark open edges. And what that's telling it is I can start, the tool can kind of come from here and work its way in. So that way it knows that it doesn't have, it can basically go past this boundary on this specific spot. So that gets my one chain. And get our second chain here. And now what I can do is, you'll see that I have several open edges right here. So instead of clicking all these edges, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to mark that chain as open, and then what I'm going to come back and do is mark open edges, and then instead of being open, I'm going to toggle it over to a wall. So you'll see how it turned pink there, and the black is the open edge. So I got that one. And we'll do the same thing over here. Got our chain. I'm going to mark that chain as open and come back and do open edges and turn that on as a wall. And you'll see it turns pink for you guys. Hit the green check mark. And now I can start working on the pockets on this side. So I got my chain there. We'll do mark open edges. And we'll do open. And sometimes the little wireframe gets in the way, so just go ahead and rotate your part. Hit the green checkbox there, and we'll continue just going over to this pocket over here. And we'll do another mark open edges. All right, so we got that spot pocketed out. Now we'll go ahead and grab this inside one here. And we'll, same thing again, mark open edges. And I'm going to tell it that this area over here is open. And now we're going to pocket out the whole top here. All right, and we'll actually reverse that chain. And now, basically, I'm going to mark everything as open instead of going through and marking open edges. So I'm going to mark the chain as open, and then I'm come back and mark open edges and tell it that these 6 areas are actually walls, so it doesn't violate my walls here. Okay, so now we have all of our chains for all of our pocketing here. I can hit the green check mark out, and we'll go ahead and grab a tool. Now this time I'll do an import. This one is actually set for mild steel, so I can come in here and grab a mild steel if I want, or we can grab the aluminum. It really doesn't matter. And you guys can also expand this so you can get some more information in here. So what I'm going to do is I'll grab a 1/2 inch end mill here. So I'll just go through. I got a bunch in here for you guys, so definitely take a look at what's in there for you guys. So I'll grab that 1/2 inch and hit OK. Oop, looks like I got it twice. Delete that one. Okay, so hit the green check mark and come into our levels. Now here's the difference is right now it's set to all being a constant 1 level. And constant 1 level is you just pick the upper level and you pick the lower level. Being since all these are done at multiple different levels, we're going to want to click on the variable levels. So now what that does is it kind of eliminates the upper level and lower level. And with the variable levels, you can just open this up and you guys can tell it what the depth is. So our chain 1, and you'll see how it kind of highlights in yellow. I can just click on my depth right here and just click on the bottom of the part, and it's going to pick that depth up. So my chain 2, I'll just click on that one. My chain 3, click on that level right there. Chain 4 is going to be this level. And chain 5 will be right here. Chain 6 is that center. And chain 7 is our upper. So we'll click right here. So
I've not seen that before, Kevin. Is that 2016 new functionality?
No, 2015. So something we added
2015
last.
they came up with that.
Yep. So it's do multiple different depths right there. So and you guys can add. Yeah, you guys can add deltas in there. You guys can pick your upper levels, being since we're kind of starting at the top and working our way down. You know, normally years past, you guys would have to break this up into 7 different operations because they're all at different levels. So now you guys can do it all in one. That's how the variable levels work. Then you guys can come in here and pick what kind of strategy you guys want to use. So we're just going to use a contour. You know, if you guys want to do a wall offset, come back with a finishing, but we're just going to finish it right to size, so we can just hit save and calculate, and we have all our toolpath there for you guys. So if we just do a solid verify, speed it up a little bit here, we have our whole part completely machined out, pretty much, you know, all the way done except for our counterbores and our holes. So, you know, like I said, you know, if you guys have a 3D professional package, I would definitely use like 3D eye machining with the prismatic, because with 3D eye machine, we'll get into this in you know, later weeks when we get into the more the 3D parts. Basically, all you do is you pick the tool that you want to use, and that's it. It automatically finds everything for you guys, so you don't have to build these chains. So those you guys that are on 2.5D right now, definitely, you know, if you guys are running parts like this, I know it's not a 3D part, but that 3D part is going to save you a ton of time, and that way you guys can use the eye machining too. So any questions so far with what I've shown? Looks like we're good. All right. So, and then for you guys that aren't sure, these little checkboxes just turn on your toolpath. So if you guys just want a quick preview, just definitely click over here, and it's going to show you a preview of what's going on. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a sanity check as you're going through. I'm already done a no-no. I didn't, you know, label these correctly. I just left the default, so you guys can come in here and, you know, you can rename. Let's see, where is the rename? You know, this one as, you know, pocketing whole part, or, you know, something that gives you a little bit of, you know, telling you what that operation is doing. So, but for that, we will start going on. I think what we'll do now is we'll do some spot drilling. So we'll get ready to drill these counterbore holes, and we'll come through and drill these holes also. So we'll just do a add milling, and we're going to do a drilling. And I am going to grab these top counterbore holes right here. Now, a couple of different ways to grab these. I can click on the surface and click on the surface, and it's going to find the holes for me. Another way of doing that is coming in here, and I can actually expand my tree down, and I can just click on it, and it's going to find my counterbores for me. That's the best thing about working inside SolidWorks, is we can take advantage of the feature tree over here. So, you know, as you guys are, I mean, let's take this part, you know, really complex. Maybe you guys have 500 counterbore holes, and some counterbores are just a little bit different size. You guys can come over your feature tree and just click on which ones you guys want to use. So now we're going to grab a tool, and we'll just add a 1/2-inch spot drill here. Levels, upper level is going to be 0, and you guys don't have to, you know, pick your upper level because it's automatically defaulted to 0. But you know, if you guys have a coordinate system that is higher up, or maybe you're like when we do these holes, the upper level is actually going to be down here. So if you know your holes are up at the top, you know, you guys really don't have to worry about clicking the upper level though. Now, being since we're doing a spot drill, I don't know how deep I want to go. So I'm just going to put that at 0, and I'm just going to tell it to do the full diameter, which is going to be, did I only add, I just did a 1/4 inch. It's supposed to be a 1/2 inch. Come on, Tim, why didn't you catch me?
Sorry, okay. I dozed off for a moment there.
Oh, I know it's getting late for you, old timer. Okay, so we're going to do a full diameter. And also, you know, if you guys aren't sure on sizes, what you guys can do is if you guys just actually click on the edge, it will actually tell you the diameter down here. So if you guys are uncertain, instead of doing the evaluate feature, you guys can just click on any hole down here, any radius. It's going to give you the numbers down here. So if you're wondering on the length of this line, or, you know, maybe a distance from that line to that line over here. You can just hit the control key, click on them both, and it's going to give you the distance. So not, kind of a SolidWorks, trick right there for you guys. So I got my hole set up. I'm just going to do save and calculate, and you can see you're coming in and just do a solid verify so you can kind of see. So we got our spot drill right there, spotted down to the full diameter of the face. So now I'm going to get into my drilling. I'm just going to make a copy of what I did. So this button down right here basically makes a mirror image of the previous operation. So the only thing I really have to do is I don't have to pick my geometry because it's already done. So I'm just going to come in here and grab my tool. Now I'm going to grab a drill bit here, and that hole I already know is 21 32nd hole, but what I can do is I can just highlight that and actually click on the edge, and it will populate the number for me for my drill. Obviously with that drill it's going to be much longer than 6 inches. Outside to holder, we'll call that 4.5, and cutting length on that we'll say is 4 inches. And you'll see as I'm editing this, you'll see that my picture will automatically update also. So hit the green checkbox, and like if you guys want, you guys can definitely add the coolant in here, and your feeds and speeds and stuff like that. With the default libraries that are in your system right now, those are ones that I've built when I worked at my previous job using SolidCAM. So the feeds should be somewhat correct in there. You just have to kind of go through and, obviously each machinist has his own feed rate that he likes to see. So it's just kind of a baseline for you guys to kind of get going on there. So definitely.
Kevin, we got a couple questions here with Dwayne, and it's kind of regarding the drill diameters. Mm-hmm. When you're choosing the drill depth, you can take it to a depth of a particular diameter, not even the whole diameter.
Yes.
For doing chamfering is kind of the question. So
yeah, and Dwayne, what I'll do is when we do these holes down here, I'll show you, because we'll actually put an edge break on there for these holes. Just this one, being since it's a 1-inch diameter, not many people have a larger than 1-inch spot drill. So what I would do is we'll come back and throw a chamfer on there with the chamfer feet option in there. So we'll get there. All right, drill depth on this one. I'm not sure again, so that goes all the way through. So I'm just going to click on the bottom of the part right here, hit our green check mark, and I want to do full diameter again, but I want to go a little bit past. So I'm just going to go 100th thou past on this particular part right here, so I get some breakthrough, and I don't get the little cup that gets stuck on there sometimes for you guys. And we'll go to our technology now. Now, for those guys that are a little bit new to SolidCAM, geometry, you guys basically just start at the top and work your way down. Geometry, you just pick what you want to do. The tool is, kind of self-explanatory. Level is kind of self-explanatory. Technology is kind of where all the guts are of each operation. So it's where all the good stuff is. So, if you guys are doing profile, which I'll show next, you'll actually be able to see, many different choices in there for, how to machine that part for you guys. So, all right, so we're going to use a G83 pecking cycle, and I am going to set my peck at 100th thou pecks. And the step down is just for visualization on the solid verify, so you guys can actually see that 100th thou peck, and we can do a save and calculate. So if we do a solid verify on this one, and you'll see that my part is kind of transparent right now. For those of you that like that or don't like it, you can just come up here and click on your visual properties, and I can turn that transparency to solid, so you guys kind of see a solid part there. And that's just in your settings right here. And I kind of went through these solid verify settings in another night class, so if you guys are curious on what all these settings do, the accuracy, general, all that stuff, you definitely check that. Oh my gosh, it's hailing out. Thought I heard some weird noise in the background. Okay, so let's just play this through here. And you'll see that I'm doing a nice peck drill in there. I don't have my holder on there right now, but I can just pause this, come back to my tool, and just turn on my holder, and let's just say we're using a ER32 short holder right there, and save and calculate. Now when we go to our solid verify, you actually see it in there, and it's going to fully do crash detection. So let's just mess up a little bit, and let's just do -1 inch. We'll do a Tim Micah mistake.
Hey, now.
Okay, so I'll play this through. Oh, I still didn't even go deep enough. Let's try 5 inches. I'm trying to crash
You made
it.
a mistake and then you were wrong.
Yeah, trying to crash it so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, so right here, basically it's telling me that I have crashed. I can continue, I can stop for current operation, or I can just stop it. And you guys will see if I click continue, it's going to show me every time I crash in there. And you'll actually see in red where I actually gouge through there. So definitely, you know, if you guys get done program apart, just do a solid verify just to make sure you guys have everything set, because it's pretty easy to throw, you know, a bad number in there. Okay, so now we got our drilling operation, and let's go ahead and do a circular interpolation for these counter bores. I have a 1 inch diameter, so I can probably use that same ½ inch end mill in there. So I'm just going to do a add profile operation right here. And we'll just go ahead and chain this guy and chain this guy right here. Hit our green check mark, and we'll grab that same ½ inch end mill as we used before. And now, because both my profiles are the exact same depth, I can just use my constant instead of using the variable like we did before. And actually, did I do a pocket or profile? Okay, I did profile. Okay, so now what I like to do, and it's totally personal preference up to you guys. You guys can definitely just come down and rough it out. We can, you know, do this in steps of, you know, let's say 50 thou, save and calculate. And I'll show you what this looks like, but I'll show you what my favorite one is. So right now we're just kind of, let me slow it down a little bit here. We're stepping down onto the material, doing some retract as it's going around. My personal favorite, I think I said this before, is using the helical feature. This keeps the tool in contact with the workpiece at all times. So now if we do a simulate, solid verify here, we'll do a nice helical entry down and doing a finish pass too. So definitely, you know, the sky's the limit on what you guys want to use. And like I was saying, the technology section is where all the guts of everything is. So, you know, if we want to do compensation on for rough passes now, new feature in there, or if I want to turn compensation on for finish pass, you know, maybe I want to change my tool side to left to right. If you want to do a modified geometry, I can switch around my geometry all right in here. I can change my start points. So right now we're starting over here, but you know, maybe I wanted to shift my start point to a certain section. So I can shift it 25% right there, or I can come over here and, you know, just click where I want it to start, and it's going to shift it over for me. So lots of stuff in there. Generally, everything that's set in here is already set for you guys. So, you know, if you guys are new to it, definitely just kind of stick with the standard stuff in here. It's going to get you what you want, but you definitely can fine-tune things in here as you want. So, you know, maybe you want to do helical going from the you know, the bottom up to the top. We can switch the direction this way right here too. So.
Kevin, if you could just back up a screen or two here. Ronnie's asking about the intersection. Ignore toolpath intersections. Oh, there it is, right below the tool side left geometry, just below that. Ignore tool side intersections.
That is something new. And actually, I really haven't played a lot with the intersection. Yes, we don't even have it in here as our questions pane. I'm guessing it's going to ignore any intersecting points right there, but Ronnie, I would have to look into that one, something that they just added in there with this build, so, or a couple builds ago. I just haven't had a lot of time to check it into what actually it does, so I can definitely let you know on that, Ronnie. All right, any other questions on the profiling or what I did here, or anything there? With the link section is going to be all your lead in and lead outs. It's going to have a default of arc in here, you know, and you guys, if you guys want, you guys can turn that off. You know, you guys can start from the center of the circle geometry. So that's, you know, lots of different options in here. You can do normal, tangent, point, and user define, kind of pick where you want it to start. Motion control, you know, 99% of the time you guys aren't going to get past the link section. Motion control, just some stuff in there if you guys are running fourth axis, stuff like that. Miscellaneous parameters, kind of went over the M00 stop, but if you guys wanted to turn on a machine stop in here, you guys can just switch this value to yes. You can put different messages in here, and we can add extra parameters in here in your post processor too. So maybe you guys want to have a custom, you know, description for each one. You can have we can add that in as your post. So the sky's the limit on what you guys can add and have in here for you guys. So so that being said, we can keep going on here. Now we're going to get into drilling these bottom holes. So what I'm going to do is, said you can right click over here. You know, the old saying, hard teach an old dog new tricks. I've been using SolidCAM for a long time, and they didn't always have these up here, so I'm so used to coming up here to the add milling operation. But you know, if you guys you're used to up here, just click on the drilling, like I said before, and we'll drill out those holes. So I'm going to come down to, let's see, it's these holes right here, and I got to scroll down my mirror. I'll see what I did when I actually created this part is I actually mirrored these holes over, so it's grabbing one extra drill hole here. So what I can do is just come in here and right click and delete that tapped hole out of there, because I don't want to have that mixed in there. And now we'll grab that same 1/2" end mill. Now Dwayne will get what you're asking here is on our levels. Now our upper level is going to be the top right there, and I'm going to do a drill depth of 0. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spot drill it to a specific diameter. So I'm going to checkbox the diameter value, and I'm not sure, you know, what size it is, so I can actually just click on it, hit the green check mark. Now it's going to chamfer it to that exact size, but, you know, if I want to add, you know, a 10 thou chamfer on there, I can just, you know, quickly modify it and add 10 thou in there. So it actually gets a nice corner break on there for you guys. So that's how you can add that diameter value in there, is just click the diameter button, click on it, or if you know what the actual diameter is, you can just type it in there or type in what size you want in there. So save and calculate. We can definitely do a simulate for you guys so you can kind of see. Doing our spot drill right there. Now the nice thing too is once we get done, we'll organize all these drills, so it's doing all the spot drilling at once. It's doing all the drilling, and it's, you know, utilizing, so we're not doing all these different tool changes. So now we'll do like what we did before, is just make a copy, and our hole is just doing a regular tapped hole or a drill hole. So I'm just going to come in here, and it's the 5/16. So I'm going to add a drill. And if, like I said before, if you guys aren't sure on the drill size, just come in here, click, and it's going to fill out the information for you guys. We can turn our holder on. Maybe we want to use, instead of an ER32, an ER16. So definitely turn that on. You know, if you guys need coolant, definitely turn it on right here. You'll see that right now I don't have flood actually activated, but, you know, we have flood pressure on all the different ones, and these are going to look different for each post that you pick. So some machines aren't going to have flooded coolant. Some machines are just going to have a flood with pressure, with low pressure. So now we can just turn that one on and hit the green check mark. Come to our levels. Our upper level is already set, so the only thing we have to change is our drill depth. So I'm just going to turn the part over real quick. Now,
Real quick question, Kevin. Are the fields where you're putting in values, are some of these able to put in equations, or are these just value fields that don't allow for equations?
equations are coming. It's been a huge request, so to actually do like what SolidWorks can do is, you can take your 322 and just hit plus 10,000 and it will figure it out. They are working on that as well, let's just test it, plus 0.10. Yeah, it's not allowing me to do it. So they are, it's in the works for you guys, so that's added in just to kind of save on time. You don't have to do the quick math in your head.
Is another option, you could probably put a diameter value and then play with the drill depth and the delta depth.
Yep.
To take
absolutely.
it to a certain diameter value and then delta it down in there.
Yep, absolutely. So now let's see. So we're going an inch deep there. I'm going to go, let's just say 100 thou past, and I'm just going to turn it back to full diameter. Now, if you guys are doing blind holes, it works really good is to use the tip and actually just click on the bottom point of that hole, and you guys can just use tip for that too. So definitely just, a couple different options here for you guys. And now we're going to do the pecking like we did before, and we'll just do our peck. Okay. And now we have our drilling operation. So real easy. And if any one point in time you guys just want to get a sanity check, take a look at the G-code, definitely just click on the G-code button. It's going to pop it up for you guys. If you guys are using NC Edit, Simco Edit, this will actually pop up with the Simco Edit for you guys. So, and that's just an option inside the SolidCAM settings that we kind of went through a couple weeks ago. So, we'll see we're just doing a PEC of, 100 thou, feed rate 100, locations, and you're done. So you can just do a quick sanity check if you want to see what the cycle or the what it's doing there in the G code. Sorting wise, you guys can change the sorting, and let's just do advanced, and you guys can change the patterns of whatever direction you guys want. So maybe a pattern this way works better. So that's more the linear patterns. If you're doing circle, you have quite a few different options there too. So definitely check those out. We'll just leave that at default. Now, if you guys were doing a spot drill tap, what I would recommend doing is reversing the direction. So that way we'll come in here, spot, 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 and then we'll drill, 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 and it saves you just that little bit of retract time right there. So if you just click the reverse direction, it will actually reverse it. But being since we're going to kind of group all the spot drills together, all the drilling together, there's really no need for that right at this point. So, oops, looks like I already calculated it. So we got our holes drilled out there. Now, if this is something that you guys don't want to see, where every time you do a save and calculate, it automatically turns on your toolpath, that is in your SolidCAM settings to turn that off. So I kind of went over that in the SolidCAM settings KevCAM night class. So if you guys want, you guys can definitely turn that off. So now we are going to use our half-inch or half 13 tapped holes here. So let's go to our drilling. And just grab my half 13 holes here. And we'll grab that same spot drill as before. Now, since it is a half 13, I'm just going to do full diameter here. So we'll just put this at 0, and we'll just do full diameter. And we can do save and calculate. We've got our spot drill. We'll do a copy. And now we'll come and change to a drill here. And let's see, what size is that? 27/64. So I'll add a 0.4219 drill in there. Now, you definitely take advantage of the descriptions in here. I kind of forgot I'm leaving these blank, and I shouldn't be. Definitely fill these out, because what you guys, the more description you put in here is when you're going to see it out on the G code. The operator, or maybe even yourself, is going to see it in the G code, so it's telling you the size or diameter or whatever you guys want in here. Maybe just a tooling part number. Definitely put that as much detail in here, and build your libraries up too. and I kind of went over how to build a tool library in one of the other videos, so definitely put a description in here. You know, make your own libraries of what you guys have on dedicated tooling on your machine. Maybe you guys just have a tool rack full of tools that are set up at all times, so definitely build your libraries up.
Kevin, can you comment on creating a process template?
You bet.
Like spot drill, drill, and tap all as a template that can be used?
Yep. So I'll hit the green checkbox there. We'll finish up this one and then we'll do a process template for you guys. We went over, I think, the templates 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I can't remember, but we'll definitely go over it again here. So we'll do our drill depth here to the bottom. And like I said, I'm just going to go 100 thou pass or 50 thou pass. We'll do full diameter, turning on our PEC. And we'll turn on to 100 thou PEC again. 0.1. Hit OK. And we'll save and calculate again, and we'll make a copy again. And I'm just going to change to my 1/2-13 tap. Threads per inch, we'll do 13. And 1/2 inch tap. And I know our cutting length is much larger than that, so we'll just do 1. Okay. So we got our tap in there, levels again, and I'm just going to leave it right where it is. So we got our tap, you know, go into full diameter. Maybe we don't need to go full 100 thou deep. Maybe we can just go 50 thou deeper there. And technology, it already pulled up the tap, so we're just doing a G84. If you guys want, you guys can do the PEC tapping. So you guys can just basically do a G84 with a PEC, depending on your post and stuff. And it will actually PEC it out for those, those smaller, you know, 632 and smaller taps. That it's kind of nice when you're running that harder material. Okay, so now let's just go ahead and play through what we did here. And we'll just do a play. I was doing a spot drill, drilling. Speed it up a little bit here. And we got our tap. So now, like with the spot drill, you know, this one I added a little bit of a chamfer on there. And you'll see it looks a little grainy right now, or faceted right now, but that's all in your accuracy right here. So if I tighten that up, you know, let's do 0.001. It should clean it up a little bit for you guys. Play it through here. So you'll see how we got nice clean edges now, instead of the faceted. So a little bit cleaner look, but like I said in the previous one, the tighter you make that tolerance, the little bit slower it's going to take for your solid verify to kind of run through. So you'll see you get a much cleaner looking part here for you guys, and you know, really nice, crisp, sharp edges, especially if you guys are running 4K. So okay, so let's do the combo now. Being since we just did a spot drill tap all right here, what you guys can do is just highlight the operations you want and create template. And we can call this, you know, 1/2-13 spot drill tap, you know, whatever you guys want. So, and actually I already have that one created. So what it would look like if you guys already had that process template set up is, let's go to from process template, and I need to switch this around to 20. Actually, it's going to be, give me 1 second here, guys. I'm got to switch my locations around. Tables.
And as you're switching that over, Kevin, you know, there's what Kevin's kind of talking about here, where you can create a process template which just groups bare operations and turns them into a group of operations that get applied in a group. There's also the hole wizard recognition, which is another kind of level of associativity to the SolidWorks hole wizard function. It's kind of another very powerful thing that's come into play here in the last couple of years.
Let's see where they have that at. User, public documents, SolidCAM, tables, inch, templates. I can't remember where I saved those templates. Where did I save those, Tim?
I didn't see you do it. I don't remember.
All right, so we'll just add this here. Create template. We'll just say 213 spot.
And to kind of explain what Kevin's doing is he's setting up actually a process template for a particular size. So it's going to grab the tooling, it's going to grab all the speeds and feeds and everything and apply that into a template so it can just be applied to multiple parts. So if you've got a bunch of 632s you're going to do, a bunch of 832s, quarter 20s, 1032s, I missed that in the middle there. You know, you set all those individually up and then you just go, hey, I'm going to go grab that template, apply it to this part, and boom, 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 as he's going to do right here, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically what I just all did right there is, you know, all that clicking around, changing everything, getting my settings all set up where I wanted to PEC and all that stuff. Now I can just come into my process template, click on that's the one I want to use. I want to use template name, and basically all I have to do is click on the geometry that I want, hit the green check mark, hit the OK, and I just spot drilled and tap all these operations. All you have to do is just click the calculate button and you'll see. Now the levels are all, I can pick the levels inside that. I'll just do a process template here. I can pick the levels inside here too. I kind of forgot to do that when I was here, so I can, let's see, what to say, drill 3. My upper level is going to be here, and my lower level is going to be at the bottom.
And Jeff, to answer your question, can it find the tools or bring the tools in if they're not available? If they're already in your local tool table, it will use them. If they're not, it will populate them into your tool table. Is that correct, Kevin?
Yep, that is very correct. Yep. So if they're not there, it will put them there. So definitely, it's is easy to use. And next week we're actually going to get into a 2.5D harder part, and we'll actually get into the whole wizard process, which will also bring tools in, and it will basically look at the whole wizard that's built into SolidWorks and grab all the information from there as needed. So you guys actually don't even have to, you know, tell it it's a half 13, or you don't even have to know it's a half 13. We're just going to use the whole wizard, you know, for like these, and it's going to automatically grab your spot drill, and end mill, and mill out that area. So, and we'll cover that one next week too. So do we have any other questions so far that I'm missing out on here?
Nope, we are caught up.
Okay, so let's flip over to the backside now. I want to kind of buzz through this a little quick here, but basically all we have to do left on the back is just kind of this pocket right here. So I'm just going to add a milling, and we're going to do a pocket. Now I don't have a cord assist set up for that one, so I need to add another one. So I can just click on my cord assist button right here, click add, and we'll do top center model box again, and we'll flip, change to opposite. Oop, did I not grab it? Select face. And why am I not able to grab my face here? Oh.
I think it was selected prior, and then I think you got an order of selection issue going there.
What do we got going on here?
Try it again.
Add. There it goes. Must have clicked something here. So if I want to put it in the center, I can definitely click on pick origin, and it automatically throws that center point on there for us. Hit the green check box. OK to our levels. and now we can start our pocketing. So just go ahead and grab our geometry here. Grab our chain, wrap it around. We're going to do mark open edges like we did before. Turns it black, hit the green checkbox. And let's see, what size? Yeah, we should be able to fit a 1/2 inch in there, no problem. So we'll use that same 1/2 inch cutter as we used before. And grab our levels. And we're done. Do a solid verify.
And got a quick question after you're done there, Kevin, for
Sure.
adding an M00 in miscellaneous parameters when you get a chance.
Okay. So if I wanted a machine stop after this, just come over to my miscellaneous parameters, where it says B stop M00. Just switch this to a yes. Save and calculate. And now if I show the G code here, you'll see that it automatically puts the M00 in there right here for you. So we'll actually do a machine stop for you guys. So add that in there for you guys. So like I said, real easy to add in there. So if you guys want to, verify something after it's been machined, get the caliper out and just do a quick measure, or maybe you just want to have the M00 on there, make sure the tap didn't break every time for the operator just to check. That's the way to do it right there. So one other thing I forgot to do right here is sorting out your tooling here. So if you guys aren't sure, what you guys can do is you guys can actually click and drag these around wherever you would want. So maybe I want, all my tool 2s to be grouped together, so I can just click and drag it to my tool number 2, tool number 2, and tool number 2, and we got tool number 2 down here. So now it's doing all my spot drills all right in a row, and then it's going to go to the drilling, and then it's going to go to the tapping. So those can be reorganized, or what you guys can do is click on the automatic sorting, and you guys can do advanced sorting by tool options, by tool number. You can do by tool type. So maybe you want all the end mills to go first, all of the bull noses to go next, and so on. So there's definitely sorting options in there for you guys also. So the sky's the limit on on what you guys can do there. So now we'll get to the last side here. Now at this point, we definitely could come in here, and I'll try to do this as quick as possible because I know we're getting a little tight on time here. We could bring our fixture in here, and let's see if I remember where I put my fixture. Let's see, projects, Kurt Vise, assembly, and then we can bring our vise in there. Let's get it rotated around, and move, and now we can kind of mate it up to maybe our first, come on, oh, I forgot to make my vise float. And if you guys are wondering about fixtures, definitely check out the KevCAM night class fixture one that I did a few weeks ago too. And go here to here.
And Kevin, as you're doing that, James, I see your question. Let me take a look at something here regarding that M00 stop for your Haas.
And let's do there to, and we'll do parallel with this surface, and we'll do a advanced with okay. So now obviously I should have had that sitting up higher, but you guys can definitely have that vise in there, and what we can do is define my fixture. And we'll get every little component in there. Hit the green checkbox, and we'll do a machine setup. Actually, machine setup. So now, when we go to simulate this, we'll actually see our vise in there, and with full crash detection against that. And you'll see that I'm actually wiping out my vise a little bit because I actually put that part way too deep in there, but at least it's showing me, you know, where I'm wiping it out and what's going on there. So, you know, just another nice feature inside there. So now what I want to do, what was the question on the M00?
The M00 we were talking there for costing, those miscellaneous parameters, the population of those fields in that dialog is based on the post, is it not?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So, James, what we need to do is just have one of the post support guys make a tweak to your post to get that option available to you. So, I'd say either follow up with Brendan or Harry and Eric, and they'll get that set up for you.
Using the Haas 3-axis. Let me see if I just have a Haas 3-axis real quick for you guys. Haas 3-axis. The green check mark. And let's just take a look in the miscellaneous parameters. Yep, right here. And it might, James, it definitely might be different from what you're seeing, but I'm just grabbing the Haas 3-axis one that I have here, and it is in the miscellaneous parameters right here. So basically you just have to turn that value to a 1, and it will turn that on for you. But like I said, it's solely dependent on your post. So okay, so let's do I have to calculate everything because they changed post processors here. And so now if you guys want to post code out, you guys can just come over here, G-code all, generate. We have all the G-code, and you'll see, remember when I was telling you guys about the tool description? This is where it puts that tool description in there, so the more detail that you guys see, the more you're going to see in here. And maybe, you know, you guys don't want to see this in there, we can definitely remove that out. But we're doing our pocket contour right there. So all the names are populated for you guys. Now another nice feature that we have too, and like from right here, you guys can just do, you know, a save as and save it to, you know, maybe your zip drive and stick it over to the machine and run it. Another nice feature we have too is, if you guys aren't familiar with it, is the tool sheets. You guys can use it as a Microsoft Word document, HTML, Excel spreadsheet, and these are fully customizable for you guys. So, you know, if you guys are looking on, you know, customizing your own setup sheet, definitely let me know and I can send you the document on how to customize it. And right now what it's doing is it's actually building the setup sheet, so all the tools, and here it's on my other screen here. Let's just zoom in so it shows just one page at a time. So you'll see, you know, where it tells us, you know, what part we're actually using here, inchrometric, what machine we're running it on, you know, tool adapters, where everything is saved. Farther down is different fixtures, so you guys can take these, you know, maybe you want to say, you know, op1, you guys can change out these pictures too, and then it gets into our tool description. So it gives you, you know, tool lengths, H values and comp values that are being used. So just kind of hand it off to the setup guy, you can run. And then at the bottom, it's going to give us a cycle times of all of the operations, or individual operations first, and then it's going to give us a total cycle time at the very end. So, which is a real nice feature too. So we have a lot of guys actually using this feature to quote out parts. So, and then at the bottom, you can see a clamping fixture. And like I said, you know, we're working on Microsoft Word documents, so these are fully customizable for you guys and what you guys want to see in there. So definitely take advantage of it. One really nice thing I like to use is called Jing. For those of you guys who are wondering what this little yellow sun is right here, it's called Jing. And what I can actually do is maybe I want to do a screenshot right here, and we'll do a capture image, and I can, you know, point, you know, setup guy saying, you know, it's right here, can't miss it, kind of deal. And you can save that picture out. You guys can actually put text in there too, you know, saying, you know, the quartz is right here, or probe this spot right here. And it's another nice feature. And Jing, it's a free download. So if if you guys want, you can definitely use that too as a screenshot instead of using the snipping tool that's inside your Windows 7 or Windows 10 or 8. So, any questions, guys, that you guys have so far? You know, and one thing I always like to do is, you know, for those of you guys that are new, we do have the SolidCAM Tell a Friend. You know, if you guys have a buddy down the street that has CAM, and you just give us the name and a phone number, and we take care of the rest for you. And if they sit in a demo, you guys get, you know, normally it's a $50 one, but being since you guys get to listen to my boring spiel every Wednesday night, they're going to bump it up to $100 for you guys. No questions, no strings attached. And if they actually do purchase, you guys actually get 20% of that sale, so which is really nice. So, you know, if you got a $10,000 seat of, you know, that your buddy bought, you get $1,000 of that. No, $2,000 of that. So,
yep.
But with that being said, please, guys, if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. You guys should have your email or my email address in the chat. If you don't see my email in the chat, definitely let us know right now where it is at. And the YouTube channel is in that chat section too. And if you guys want, you guys can just go to YouTube and type in KevCAM. It will pull up, but here's the YouTube channel. Tonight's webinar will be up about 1 o'clock in the morning, so you know, definitely check it out in there. Obviously, you guys won't see my kids on four-wheelers, but I have those hidden from you guys. But for a 2-year-old whipping shitties in the driveway, it's kind of cool, so I had to get a video of it.
So, yeah, Alexander, I seen that you had come in a little late into the webinar, so yeah, you can see the beginning of that, and all of Kevin's recordings are on YouTube. You know, here in North America, the you know, you can reach it, you know, shoot an email out to Kevin or myself. That's I'd spell Kevin's email address. I'm not too good at getting his KEVI.RANKL@solidcam.com, or myself, tim.mika@solidcam.com. We can get you links to those YouTube channels and things like that. Everybody, you know, good questions, and you know, appreciate your time this evening. You know, it's good seeing a lot of those old friendly, you know, familiar names that I've, you know, seen over the years, and you know, existing customers and ones that I used to take care of in the past. So appreciate you guys coming. And Kevin, great job with the class tonight. I'll let you kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And yeah, like Tim said, thanks again for watching it on Wednesday night. And like I said, any ideas at all, shoot those over to us, because I want to make this, you know, for you guys. So this is just solely to benefit you guys. So just let me know, and we'll keep going on, and we'll keep up Tim in the late hours so he can help answer questions. But with that being said, guys, have a wonderful night, and please let me know if you guys run across any questions. And like I said, the video should be up about 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time. So, but have a wonderful night, guys, and thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.